We have just landed in Rome, Italy, guys, and over the next 3 days, we're going to be showing you exactly what to expect when traveling to Rome. Right now, we're at the Leonardo da Vinci Airport, which is actually outside of the city of Rome in an area called Fiumicino, and we need to make our way into the city centre by the Leonardo Express train, which is the best way to get into the city.
Before heading into the city, we stopped to grab some cash out. We took out €100, just enough to have on hand. You really don't need much cash in Italy. Most places take card or contactless, but it's handy for things like tips, taxis, or small shops. You'll find ATMs right near the baggage claim before you exit the airport. Just make sure to decline the conversion when asked. Always choose to be charged in euros, not your home currency. That way you avoid the extra fees.
So we're trying to figure out how to buy the Leonardo Express train tickets, because when you come into this area, it gets extremely busy. You can get them from the ticket machines. We also saw some ticket offices, but we don't know actually where to go. But it does say over here, actually that's quite interesting. Ooh, there's a lot of people right now, but we can see Leonardo Express, buy your ticket at the ticket office or at the self-service on the right. So I think we can buy the tickets just over here. Ciao. We want to go to Rome Termini.
Yeah.
Can you pay at the turnstiles with the phone? At the gate?
No.
No, you have to buy it here. Okay, 2 tickets to Rome Termini.
28 euros.
28 euros.
Leonardo Express.
Yeah, 14 euros each. See here, guys, Fiumicino Airport to Rome. Fly through traffic, 32 minutes to the centre of Rome, and 14 euros each.
So quick.
Grazie. All right, tickets have been purchased. We have literally 5 minutes to get onto the train. So you just want to make your way over here to these turnstiles. Go.
Yay.
Oh, it's closing. So here's the train, guys. Leonardo Express. Another train is approaching. Apologies for the screeching, but this is our train on the left here. Actually quite nice on here. Let's put these up here. Nice and easy. Yes. Do you want the window seat?
Yeah.
There you go. Ladies first.
Oh, there's some sockets.
Yeah, the seats are actually pretty nice. And, it is air conditioned on here because it's extremely hot here in Italy. Quite a change from back in the UK.
Yeah, and the views are so beautiful.
Grazie.
Here's another tip for you guys. Get your internet sorted before you land. We used Allosim's Europe eSIM, which covers 35 countries, and we literally had data the moment we landed while still on the plane. It made getting to our hotel and navigating Rome so much easier, especially with public transport right after arrival. We've put a link in the description and you can scan the QR code on screen. Use our code JCarolina3 to get $3 off your first eSIM.
Wow, guys, the Leonardo Express was actually very nice.
Very convenient and fast.
It was very, very quick. It didn't feel like 30 odd minutes. And for 14 euros, it's really good value for money. So very happy about that. Now, the best way to get around Rome is to take the metro. And it's actually one of the cheapest ways. So you want to be taking advantage of that. You can see we've just come out into Rome Termini. So when you come down to the metro, you can buy tickets at these machines over here, but we do not need to do that because we can use a debit or credit card to scan through the turnstiles, and you can actually use our phones. So Karolina is going to be using a physical card, I'm going to be using my phone. Let's hope it works. The matter of truth, guys. I've got my debit card on my phone here. Let's see if it scans through. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, you just tap and go. So easy.
You can also take the buses around Rome, but just a heads up, they don't always turn up on time. That being said, they are fairly frequent and still will get you where you need to go. Just remember to tap your phone or card when you get on, because in Rome, they really do check your tickets when going on to public transportation.
With one card, pay only for one person.
Yes, I paid with this phone as well.
You pay with the
Phone
yes.
and the card me.
Ability the wallet?
Yes.
Okay.
Ability the wallet?
Yep, wallet. Now? Okay.
Yeah.
Grazie.
Possiamo scendere?
Make sure you have your tickets, guys.
You can also take the trams around parts of Rome, but we didn't end up needing to use them.
Oh, this is a mad dash onto it. There's so many people getting onto this train.
I didn't expect it to be so busy.
Just be careful of your rucksack because this is pickpocket heaven right now.
Attenzione, pickpocket! Pickpocket! Attenzione, pickpocket!
A bit further down, we'll go further down, Karolina.
Yeah, we can make it.
Yeah, let's try. Oh, they're closing.
Last minute.
Oh, he just made it.
A few moments later.
It's also worth mentioning the 72-hour Roma Pass, which you can book through Klook. It gives you free admission to 2 museums or monuments of your choice, including big ones like the Colosseum, Palatine Hill, and the Roman Forum. Plus, you'll get unlimited access to public transport for 72 hours. It's super convenient because you don't have to worry about buying tickets every time you hop onto the metro or bus, and you can even skip the queues at major attractions too. Just one thing. Please, please, please book your activities in advance to avoid missing out. And don't forget to use our discount code JCarolinaKluk to save money when booking your activities.
And we have made it into Rome, guys. It is so warm, beautiful sunshine. I cannot wait to get out of these jeans into some shorts. Now we're heading to our accommodation. It's about 15-20 minute walk. But check this out, guys. Look how beautiful this is. We just stumbled across such a beautiful monument over here. Now, the public transportation, I think you would agree, was very, very good. We really appreciated that, especially if you're a solo traveler or a couple. It definitely works out to be more affordable. If you are going with a family, I think the standard rate at the airport to get into the center of Rome is 50 euros, so it probably works out better if you're a group, a family.
After taking the metro, we arrived in Prati, which is actually a great area to stay in if you're looking for more affordable accommodation in Rome. Just keep in mind that you'll need to use public transport or be up for a bit more walking to get to the main sites. To reach our Airbnb, we crossed Sant'Angelo Bridge, a stunning Roman bridge built in 134 AD by Emperor Hadrian. As you walk across, you'll pass by 10 angel statues, each beautifully detailed. Once you reach the other side and enter the historic centre, you're greeted with an amazing view of Castel Sant'Angelo, the castle of the Holy Angel, which was originally built as Emperor Hadrian's tomb.
Alright guys, so we entered our Airbnb and this is our room, so let's show you around. Wow! Look at the
castle.
Yeah!
Wow.
I love it.
Can we actually open this?
Yes! And we have a little table on the balcony.
We've got a
This is a
little
dream.
balcony over here. Wow. Well, actually quite a big balcony, Karolina. What a location. We literally crossed from the bridge just over there and we have the Castel Sant'Angelo. What a location.
So we are going to share with you the price of this Airbnb very shortly and also the city tourist tax, but we thought it would be good to make a little tour of this room. So this is the bed. Let's make
Is
the
that quite
bed test.
firm?
I think so.
Oh God.
Yeah, it is.
That didn't move at all. I never really know how comfortable the bed is until you really, spend a couple of hours on it. But actually, it feels not too bad, to
I
be
think
quite
it
honest.
will be comfy.
And we have a picture of the Trevi Fountain, which we're going to be going tomorrow morning, and hopefully showing you guys how to beat the crowds if everything goes to plan.
And what I've realized is that they actually left us some cookies. So I think that Italians are eating these ones with some coffee for breakfast or cappuccino. They also left us the cups, the kettle, and there's the mini bar. But how cute is that? I can't.
Can't complain about free snacks, to be honest. I mean, they're not really free snacks, are they? We're paying for them. So Karolina, what is the cost per night of our Airbnb?
So we are paying $162 per night for this place, and we are staying here 3 nights, so it's a little bit expensive, but we are paying for the location. We are here during the peak time.
Peak season, yeah.
Yeah, and also we think that actually in the price it's included the tourist city tax, which usually varies from €4 to €10 per person, depending on the category of the hotel or like the accommodation.
If you're staying in like a 5-star hotel, you're probably going to be paying quite a bit per person per night.
Imagine.
You might have noticed that for this entire video that I've been wearing a brand new watch. Now, I don't usually wear watches, but this one really has changed my mind. This is the Tsar Bomber Atomic Watch, and what made me really fall in love with this watch is the beautiful skeleton design. You can actually see the inner mechanics on the face of this watch. It makes you feel like you're wearing a piece of precision engineering, and it gets better. This watch is fully interchangeable. So it came in this very nice matte black box, super smooth, minimalistic design, very classy. And honestly, it made me feel like a kid again, the excitement of opening up something that you genuinely want to play with. And the time has come to show you guys what's inside of this box. So the first thing that you'll see when you open up this beautiful box is the graphic that says Quick Release Atomic Collection, because the idea behind this watch is that each part of the watch can be customized. We're talking the crown, the strap, and the bezel. And the best thing about it is it's all quick release.
Let's get into the accessories. First, there's a full set of fluoro rubber straps in different colors. They're softer touch, slightly matte in finish, and feel really premium. So whether you're dressing up or going casual, there's a strap for it. And right next to that, you've got a row of interchangeable crowns. They're color matched to the straps, so you can keep your setup looking clean and coordinated. And under the final layer, you've got the main Tsar Bomber Atomic Watch right in the center, surrounded by all the interchangeable bezels. There are carbon fiber bezels for a modern, sporty look, and matte finish bezels if you want something more minimal and stealthy. Everything's powered by Tsar Bomber's quick release system, so the straps, bezels, and crowns all snap in and out in under 30 seconds. And what I absolutely love about this watch is that at nighttime, the dial glows thanks to Alpha Luminex. It absorbs both natural and artificial light during the day, so even in total darkness, you can read the time.
We'll put a link in the description to this exact watch set. If you use our code JKarolina, you'll get 5% off at checkout. And I just want to say a big thank you to Tsar Bomber for sponsoring this video.
If you're wondering where to stay in Rome, here's a quick breakdown, because each neighborhood offers something a little different depending on your travel style and budget. One area people often consider is Prati. It's a quieter, more residential part of the city next to the Vatican, and a good option if you're looking for more affordable accommodation. It's a bit further from the main tourist sites, but it's well connected by metro and bus, so getting around is easy if you don't mind a bit of travel time. The historic center is also a fantastic choice if you want to be in the heart of it all, close to spots like the Pantheon, Piazza Navona, and the Trevi Fountain. It's incredibly walkable, but keep in mind accommodation here tends to be more expensive. Our Airbnb was right by the Castle of the Holy Angel, and as you can see from the map, the location was amazing. Then there's Monte, near the Colosseum and Roman Forum. It's just an 8-minute walk from the main train station and well connected. A great base if you want something central, but a little bit more laid back. And finally, Trastevere, where we're actually heading for dinner Next, this is one of the most atmospheric areas in Rome with cobbled streets, warm-toned buildings, and a lively, laid-back vibe. It's across the river from the centre, so it's very walkable. It can get a bit touristy in the evenings, but it still has plenty of character with family-run trattorias, hidden wine bars, and some of the best local food in the city. It's a favourite with both visitors and Romans alike, and if you're after a proper Roman dining experience, Trastevere is hard to beat.
One of the most popular places to eat in Trastevere is Tonnarello, a buzzing spot known for serving classic Roman dishes. It's a favorite for both locals and tourists, so be prepared to queue. We managed to grab a table out in the square, which had a lovely atmosphere. Perfect for people watching and soaking it all in. Naturally, we started with 2 glasses of red wine, as you do. To kick things off, we ordered a Roman artichoke, which is a local favorite. I love it. These fried artichokes, they actually look like flowers.
Go for it, Karolina. So this is fried artichoke.
Yeah, it's very popular in Rome. And actually it looks like these parts are like petals. Let me give it a try. So it's actually really interesting because it tastes like a fried potato, but it also has a little bitter aftertaste. And actually I don't really like super deep fried stuff, but this is really good. Then for mains we went with 2 of Rome's signature pasta dishes, amatriciana and carbonara.
Carbonara?
Beautiful. Carbonara for me, thank you.
Where are you from, guys?
The UK.
And I'm from Poland.
Oh, Poland. Ah, Warsaw.
Yes.
Arsenal. Which team do you support?
Liverpool.
Liverpool. Yes, my congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, appreciate that.
You'll never walk alone.
Oh, yes, grazie.
This stuff is so nice, but so is this pasta. Look at
Look
that.
at this pasta. This looks absolutely delicious. Wow. So I am a carbonara lover. They've got some beautiful parmesan on the top here. I want to dive in. Oh, it looks so rich. Look at that, guys. First bite of pasta in Italy. Let's go.
I can see these eyes.
The pasta is like al dente. It's got like the chewiness to it. I love that. It's really rich and creamy. And then you've got these beautiful pieces of bacon just over here. I'm in heaven right now.
I can see that.
Oh, it's so good. Wow.
I can't wait to dig into this pasta, but I really like the pan that they are serving it with because it keeps it very warm.
How do you pronounce this dish?
Mine is called amatriciana.
Ooh, you did good job on the
Yeah.
pronunciation there. Wow.
And it's basically tomato paste with bacon, cheese, and pepper. So I can't wait to try it out.
That's a big mouthful. What's the Italian expression there coming through? You're not Polish anymore, you're Italian.
I love it. The pasta is so chewy, as you said, and I love the tomato paste and the cheese on top. There's also bacon. I didn't have a chance to try it, but it's so good. I'm so happy right now. You might be wondering, why exactly is everyone looking at through this massive green door? And better yet, why is there a line just to peek through a keyhole? Well, this is the famous Avantine keyhole, where if you look through, at just the right angle, you will see a perfectly framed view of St. Peter's Basilica right through a garden corridor. It's one of those quirky little Rome secrets that's become super popular online. We didn't stay to queue this time, but just to the right there's a quiet little park that gave us an absolutely beautiful sunset view over Rome. And honestly, that peaceful moment made it totally worth the stop.
Good morning, guys. We're starting off the day at one of the most famous fountains in the world, Trevi Fountain. Now, the plan was to beat the crowds, and actually it's not that busy right now. The idea is to go before 9 a.m. because they've started a new queuing system. You'll see just over here with the tape. People will start queuing all along here, and it's basically kind of restricted access until you let in to the queue. And we heard before 9 a.m. they don't actually have that, but we came at 8:30 and they've already started queuing people up. So earlier the better. Right now it's actually pretty good. I think we can go straight into the line over here, and it's not too long. We went straight through.
Yeah.
That was nice and easy.
And
Ladies
it's nice
first.
because it's regulated. I like it.
Yeah, it feels a bit more controlled.
Yeah. Oh my God, this perspective. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Wow.
Look at this, Karolina.
This is so big.
And we have made it to the front, guys. It didn't take too long at all. And we have front row seats to the beautiful Trevi Fountain. Wow. Now, legend has it that you have to toss a coin with your right hand over your left shoulder, and if you do that, it'll guarantee that you'll come back to Rome.
Yeah, let's do this.
You want to do
Coin
it?
is ready. Right hand, left shoulder. Let's do this. Woo!
Where did it go?
Inside, I hope.
That was a pound coin because we don't actually have any euros, but apparently every day they collect around 3,000 euros all in this kind of pool over here. As you do, we need to take a selfie with the Trevi Fountain.
Yeah, everyone is doing this, so our turn. Smile.
There we go. All right. Bye-bye, Trevi Fountain.
Just a short walk from the Trevi Fountain, you will find the Spanish Steps, one of the most iconic and photographed places in Rome. It's always lively with people sitting, chatting and snapping photos from every angle. We even got pulled into a group picture with a Polish tour group, which felt very fitting since I'm Polish. It was a very funny little moment. If you climb to the top, you will not only reach the beautiful Trinità dei Monti church, but you will also get a gorgeous view over Via dei Condotti, Rome's elegant shopping street lined with designer stores, and a lovely panorama of the city's rooftops.
So guys, we have come to one of the most beautiful squares here in Rome called Piazza Navona. Now, the ironic thing about this square is that it's not a square, it's an oval shape because it was a former Roman stadium, or the site was a former Roman stadium. And they were hosting sporting events, not like football, but more Roman sporting events like disc throwing and wrestling.
Right in the center of Piazza Navona, you will find the Fountain of the Four Rivers, a stunning Baroque masterpiece designed by Bernini in the 1600s. Unfortunately, there was some restoration work happening when we visited, so we couldn't see the fountain fully, but even with the scaffolding, it was still beautiful. There's also an Egyptian obelisk which was placed on top to represent the power and continuity of the Catholic Church.
Next up is Al Antico, one of the most famous sandwich shops in Italy. It started in Florence and became a viral sensation for its massive, freshly made focaccia sandwiches filled with Italian meats, cheeses, and homemade sauces. It's so popular, here in Rome, they actually have opened up 2 shops right opposite each other, and even then, you should still expect a queue. It does get busy, but it's absolutely worth the wait.
Ciao! We want to go for La Paradiso, the best one?
Yes.
And La Summer.
for me.
La Paradiso and La Summer.
Summer. Goloso is good.
Which one's the best one? Galosa, what is this?
Mortadella, burrata and tomato. And pesto.
Should I go for it? Okay.
Okay, we'll go for them two.
Prego.
Okay, this side, Paradiso and Goloso.
That's the one.
Okay, 21 with card.
Yes, please.
Up on the screen. Thank you so much.
Grazie.
And this for you.
Thank you.
I love the vibe here.
Yeah, they're jokers. Oh, step forward. There you go.
All right.
Go on, put it on. Put the hat on. There you go.
I'm the part of the team now.
Paradiso is for me, my friend. Grazie. Wow, look at the size of that thing.
Looks good.
And you went for the La Golosa. La Golosa.
For me. Grazie.
Grazie.
Wow.
Tip for you guys, when you are queuing up, make sure to scan their QR code because the menu is rather extensive and there are a lot of options, and so you want to have a bit of time to pick your choice. Now, I went for the La Paradiso, and there's so many ingredients in here, I'm just going to read it off for you. So it's mortadella, cream of pistachio, stracciatella cheese with chopped pistachios. And look at the size of this thing, it's literally...
The size of your head.
Like if I turn it upside down, it'll be the size of my head. All right, so you got this kind of beautiful crunchy golden bread here. Let's give it a go. Now that, guys, is absolutely delicious. So you've got the beautiful cooked pieces of ham, which is the mortadella. Now the stracciatella is what I really like because it provides that kind of creaminess. So you get that nice kind of meaty flavor, then the creaminess coming through. And the pistachios, you do get kind of that aftertaste of the pistachios, but the bread is also very crunchy. It's very nice textures to it.
Yeah, looks so
I don't even know where to start really because it's so big.
When you get to the Pantheon, you'll see the line splits into three. On the left, there's the cash payment queue, which is usually the longest, and on the right-hand side, there's a card payment line, and that one usually moves more quickly, so if you're paying on the day, definitely choose this line. But the quickest option overall is the center line, which is for people who've already booked tickets in advance, and if you're also visiting the Vatican museums and the Sistine Chapel, we highly recommend booking with Klook because it also includes entry into the Pantheon. Just remember to redeem your tickets first at the tourist station near the Vatican.
Right now, guys, we're inside a 2,000-year-old Roman temple that is now a church. This is spectacular. But what is mind-blowing is the concrete dome over here. This is the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome, which means it's mounted and supported by its own weight. And you can see the oculus over here, the circular opening in the roof. That is the only natural light coming into the Pantheon.
It's so impressive because it's very well lit, actually.
So I have got a little secret to share with you guys that you might not know when coming to Italy, but you can actually drink from all of these fountains, not just in Rome, but everywhere in Italy. There's an app that we're going to share the link in the description, and it'll show you all the fountains everywhere in Italy, and it's perfectly safe to drink from. So all you need to do is grab yourself a bottle. Not only are you saving some money, you're also being eco-friendly, and you can just fill it up just like this. Now, if you don't have a bottle, all you have to do, this is the first time I'm doing it. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Almost squirted the lady going by. She was smiling though, she was nice. But yeah, there you go.
Actually, I was so thirsty, so I'm so happy that we got this water, and it's chilled. It's actually a very nice temperature.
Now, what is the taste like, Karolina? Straight from the streets of Rome.
It's actually pretty good. It tastes very fresh.
We actually learned from our Colosseum guide Marcello that the reason the water tastes so good and is always nice and chilled is because it comes straight from the mountains surrounding Rome. How cool is that? Now we're heading off on a little DIY food tour, and honestly there's no better place to start than Trastevere. Our first stop was Suppli Roma, which, just like the name suggests, serves suppli, a classic Roman street food.
It is time to try suppli, which is very popular here in Rome, but we don't know which one's which.
Yeah.
One's carbonara, one is classico.
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers, guys. Ooh, so the first thing you get is a very crunchy outer shell, which is the deep fried rice ball. And inside you have this mozzarella cheese, very stringy cheese, and tomato sauce. So it's like almost like having a pizza that's like deep fried in a bowl with rice.
Yeah, mine is carbonara taste, so actually there's
Oh, she wants
egg.
to park it there.
So actually there's an egg inside, the bacon, and also the rice, but I don't really taste the rice. It's really creamy.
So it's like a deep fried carbonara ball.
Yeah, exactly what it is.
All right, she needed to park inside of here. There we go. That's all right, no worries.
Hello.
Oh, they're all coming to us.
Hello. For this.
Our next stop is a traditional Roman pizzeria that's really popular with the locals, and once you see the selection, you'll understand why. They serve Roman-style pizza with a thin, crispy crust baked in large rectangular trays, and the interesting thing is that it's sold by weight. You can choose from a huge range of toppings and mix and match whatever you're in the mood for. It's a great option for a quick and satisfying meal, perfect for grabbing a bite while exploring Trastevere.
No trip to Italy is without pizza pizza from a traditional pizzeria. Now, I asked what this was, and the lady inside said radish. So, not too sure actually what this is.
And I went for the one with anchovies, zucchini flour, and mozzarella on top.
And we added some chili sauce. There's a choice of a light green chili sauce, and there was the fiery red chili sauce. Let's give this a go. Ooh, ooh, it's delicious. Crispy.
I love the crispiness of this focaccia, I think, because it's a flat one.
It's very thin. The radish on top, kind of like slightly bitter, but that chili sauce provides a nice kick to it.
Yeah,
absolutely delicious.
Really good.
And for dessert, we had to try what many say is the best tiramisu in town at none other than 2 sizes. They serve a variety of different tiramisu flavors, and as the name suggests, you can choose between 2 sizes, big or small. It is a small shop, but it's become a bit of a local legend, so don't be put off by the line outside. It moves very quickly, and it's absolutely worth the wait.
Now in this video, I have been saying I am a lover of many of the Italian foods, especially the tiramisu from 2 sizes, because literally there's 2 sizes, small and large, and this one is a large. I am gonna go into this because this is looking amazing. Oh, I have no idea what was happening there.
Me neither.
But they were probably cheering for this tiramisu because it is delightful. That is probably one of the best tiramisus I've actually tried in my life. Wow.
Is it?
It's so like creamy, light. You get that really beautiful coffee coming through. Wow. Nice.
We started the day with one of the most classic Roman treats, the Maritozzo, from Regoli Pasticceria dal 1916, which means it's been around for more than 100 years now. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. The Maritozzo is just over here, guys.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
Yeah, they look absolutely delicious. 2? To go.
The display inside was simple but beautiful. Rows of fresh Maritozzos filled with clouds of whipped cream, and the place had a real traditional vibe. It was more of a takeaway style pasticceria where locals pop in for something sweet on the go.
1 cappuccino or 2 cappuccino?
One cappuccino. For me.
For the coffee lover.
Yes.
To go.
To go.
To go. Grazie. That is really nicely packaged.
Yeah, so cute.
Okay, grazie.
Grazie.
Bye.
Bye.
Right next door, there's a small coffee bar, so naturally I had to sneak in for a morning cappuccino. And there's just something about Italian hospitality, a quick smile, a little joke, and that warm, familiar energy that makes even a quick breakfast feel special. Hello! So just 10 minutes walk from Regoli Pasticceria. We are at the Colosseum, as you can see in the background. But first, Maritozzo, so we actually got it for takeaway.
I didn't think they were going to package it up like that.
All right. Look at this.
They look so inviting. I think that's cream on the top. Karolina's first Maritozzo.
Cheers, guys.
Go for it.
I think you can tell.
I'm a little bit jealous. That looks so good. It looks so good.
I love it. Actually, the bread is a little bit like brioche. It's very soft. And this generous portion of whipped cream is just so good. And actually, there's a little hint of like lemon or orange zest.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love it. It's
Is
so
it quite
good.
sugary or like quite sweet?
No, actually, it's just slightly sweet, so it's just more creamy. It's perfect.
It is finally time, guys, to visit the Colosseum. We booked our Colosseum, Roman Forum and Palatine Hill tickets through Klook, which we highly recommend. Not only did we get to skip the long lines, but we also had an audio guided tour with the amazing Marcello. And I can't stress this enough, guys. Book your tickets well in advance. These sell out fast and you don't want to miss out. You can scan the QR code on screen or check the link in the description to find out more, and don't forget to use our discount code JCarolinaKlook to save some money when you book. Also, guys, make sure to bring your ID. Even a photo on your phone is fine. Marcello told us that they check absolutely everyone, and we actually saw one lady got turned away. She was not happy at all. Doing an audio guided tour really transformed the whole Colosseum experience. It was our first time visiting and first time having an audio guided tour, and the stories and history brought the Colosseum to life. So much we would have missed otherwise.
How many people would fit inside of the Colosseum?
About from 70,000 to 80,000 spectators.
And how long would it take them to come in and out of the Colosseum? 15? 1-5. Wow.
They just cut the head off of the statue and put the head of a god, the god of sun, and Romans started to call the statue the Colossus because it was colossal. So some scholars say that the Colosseum was called Colosseum after the Colossus that was here. Some other scholars say no, the Colosseum is colossal itself, you don't need to have a statue. They call it Colosseum because it was the biggest amphitheater in Rome. This is one of the most famous ancient Roman marbles. This here. It's this one here. It's cipollino. It's a green marble. Cipolla in Italian is onion. So it looks like an onion, which you have these layers. Okay. This marble was caved in the island of Eubea, not so far from Athens, so in Greece. These are triangular bricks. Sometimes, not always, Roman bricks were triangular. So the outside of the wall is flat, perfect, but the inside is all mixed up, so they made it square and then they cut them. And also if you have a triangular brick, it's easier to make curved walls.
Included in your Colosseum ticket is entry to both Palatine Hill and the Roman Forum, and it's absolutely worth taking the time to explore both. We started at Palatine Hill, one of the most important sites in ancient Rome. It's said to be where Romulus founded the city, and later it became the home of Roman emperors. But the real reason most people come up here today is for the incredible views. From the top, you get this sweeping panoramic view over the Roman Forum with ruins stretching out in every direction. It's the perfect spot to take in the scale of what ancient Rome once was. From there, we made our way down to the Roman Forum itself, the center of public life in ancient Rome. This is where political debates, public speeches, religious ceremonies, and even criminal trials took place. It's hard to imagine now, but this was once the most important meeting place in the Roman Empire.
So you see, this is the temple at all times. So we still have the columns, we have the big wall that you can see here on the right side. It was covered with a roof. The roof is lost because it was made out of wood. And today there's a church built inside. You can see the cross.
Walking through the ruins, you're surrounded by columns, arches, and temple remains, each with its own story. It really does feel like stepping into an open-air museum, except this one was alive with activity thousands of years ago. It was a small group of just 6 people, and Marcello was incredible. His storytelling, his pace, his voice, it all made the visit so much more memorable.
Thank you so much. That was great.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we have made it, guys, finally to the Vatican City. And wow, this place looks so majestic, Karolina. Now, I hear that the Vatican City is its own country.
Yes, it's the smallest country in the world.
And inside the smallest country in the world is the biggest church in the world, which is St. Peter's Basilica, which we're going to be heading in very shortly. But check this out, guys. Wow. So all of these columns along here, on top of it, you've got beautiful statues. And that's St. Peter's Basilica just ahead of us. I can see crowds and crowds of people, so we should probably get queuing up. We did reserve our tickets online, and so hopefully that will make our lives a bit easier, because I imagine there's going to be a lot of people queuing up who didn't get tickets in advance.
Yeah.
And this is exactly why you want to book in advance. The line for general entry was huge. Hundreds of people all waiting under the sun, and it was barely moving. Save yourself the stress and book ahead.
So this is absolutely mental. We are queuing up for getting into the Basilica, and there's this queue over here, which is for people who haven't got a ticket, and for people who have got a ticket like ourselves, we have a much shorter queue for the Basilica. Okay.
ticket.
All right, so this is definitely what you want to be doing because look, this is absolutely mental. The number of people who are queuing up without a ticket. That, I just don't understand it. And look at us, we're literally walking past. I actually feel slightly bad because it must be not very comfortable being in this queue. Look at it, it's literally just ram full. Ciao.
This I need, okay? This QR code is the correct
QR
to
code.
enter, okay?
Oops, sorry.
Don't stay in the sun because...
oh, yes.
Okay. The other?
And this one.
Prego, you can go.
Grazie.
Grazie. We entered St. Peter's Basilica through the main door, and honestly, it just takes your breath away. The scale of it is incredible, and as soon as you walk in, your eyes go straight to the ornate gold-plated ceiling. It's so detailed and rich, and every direction you look, there's something beautiful to take in, from statues and columns to the smaller domes tucked along the sides. The vibrant fresques and gold detailing make it feel like you're literally standing beneath a work of art. Then right in the center of the basilica, before the altar, you will see the baldachin, a massive bronze canopy designed by Bernini, making the tomb of St. Peter's below. It's truly the heart of the basilica. Once you're ready to move on, look for the first door on the right. It leads to Michelangelo's Pieta, carved entirely from a single block of Carrara marble. It's delicate, powerful, and one of the most famous sculptures in the world.
So although this church is absolutely mobbed with people, you can see the sheer numbers behind me, it is definitely worth taking the time to come here in Rome to the biggest church in the world and possibly the most beautiful church in the world. But make sure to reserve your tickets well in advance online before coming here because it only took us 5 minutes to get through. It was very easy, very convenient, and I kind of feel bad for the people who were in the queues earlier because they're probably still in the queue right now in the hot and humid weather. So make sure you reserve it online and you'll get the opportunity to experience this beautiful church.
After that, it's finally time to head up to the dome. Everything is clearly signed, so just follow the signs near the exit on the right-hand side of the basilica. Before you start the climb, you will see this door and pass through a small ticket checkpoint. There will be someone there to scan your time slot reservation, so make sure you've booked that ahead.
Ciao. That's one.
That's two.
We are now inside of the dome. I didn't realize actually that you'd be having like an inside of the dome view. So you have these beautiful murals on the right hand side and then you look up to the dome and you have a really close-up view. It's absolutely beautiful, and you can also see right down inside of the St. Basilica. They all look so small from here. We're so high up. Wow, wasn't expecting that.
This is such a tiny space. The climb itself is no joke. Tight staircases, narrow passages, and a lot of steps. But even with the crowds, it was fun and totally worth it. It gets even tinier. Oh my god. The steps are tiny. You even get a midway break at a little viewing platform, either on the way up or if you want to stop on the way down. Wow. This is the best view.
So we've made it back down to the midway point. Now, to get to the midway point, you can take some stairs from the entrance downstairs in St. Peter's Basilica. And there is a lift, so if you have mobility issues, you can take a lift up to the midway point, but actually going up to the top of the dome, unfortunately, we didn't see a lift. And I don't think there's a lift built into it. So if you have mobility issues, it might be quite tricky for you to get up to the top. There were some very narrow corners, steep steps, and a lot of steps. But you can come up to this midway point, and you can have some refreshments over here. There's a souvenir shop. I saw people having affogato earlier. People are filling up their water bottles, and it's still a nice experience coming up to the midway point, but...
And the view of the dome.
Yeah. And do you think it's worth it?
I think so, yeah.
After visiting the Dome, we made our way to the Vatican Museums. If you've booked your Sistine Chapel and Vatican Museum tickets through Klook, you'll need to redeem them just outside of the museum at the tourist station. It's very quick and easy. Don't forget to grab your free Pantheon ticket at the same time. We highly recommend booking through Klook in advance because these are fast-track tickets, which makes a big difference. The line without a reservation was absolutely massive, stretching all the way down the street. Even with a booking, there's still a short queue while you wait for your time slot, but it's so much quicker and way less stressful.
Our final stop had to be Gelateria La Romana 1947, a spot that blends modern style with classic gelato tradition. The space feels clean, bright and welcoming with wooden counters, hanging greenery and a calm, elegant vibe. You can choose between a cone or a cup, and the fun part, they will fill the bottom with melted chocolate straight from a tap, which is honestly a dream. There's a huge variety of flavors on offer, all beautifully presented in those traditional silver tubs, and you can pick from 3 sizes: piccolo, medio or grande.
That's the stracciatella, beautiful.
Okay. And you want some whipped cream on top?
Oh, you're really treating me. Yes, please.
We have the classic whipped cream or the zabaglione. It has a little bit of wine inside.
I'll go for that one, thank you. Beautiful, thank you so much. Grazie.
Once we made our choices, it was time to dig in.
No trip to Rome would be complete, Karolina, without gelato. Not ice cream. Gelato is more milky than creamy.
Yeah.
And I've gone for a pistachio, I've gone for stracciatella, hazelnut, and they've even added a nice dollop of whipped cream on top. And they actually have this kind of biscuit, La Romana biscuit.
Yeah, it's so pretty. I went for my favorite, which is chocolate, then fragola, which is strawberry, and then something super Italian. I have no idea what is this, but like something creamy, and it looks absolutely delightful.
Should we dive in?
Yeah.
I don't know where to start. It's actually melting quite quickly. Oh.
Perfection.
Oh, that cream on top is so delightful. Wow.
It's so good.
I am putting on weight here in Italy and in Rome, and I'm sure when I get back home, the jeans are probably not going to be fitting. But we wanted to end our experience here in Rome with a sweet treat. And
Obviously.
we hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. So thank you for watching. We've got more videos from Italy coming your way. And we'll see you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the
next video!
Oh God.